What is up? What's going on? Retro Zombie Wrestling Podcast. I have not done this in quite some time. It has probably been since April, but I have a lot of free time on my hands, and I really want to talk about what happened tonight on AEW Dynamite because we all saw it coming. We all knew it was going to happen, but let's talk about it. Let's talk about this. First off, we got Adam Cole versus Orange Cassidy, and I'll be honest, wasn't a bad match. Did enjoy it. I enjoyed it a lot. Of course, not really the big surprise, big shocker. I mean, once you heard on fucking Twitter that Adam Cole's got a surprise or whatever, we all knew it was going to be Kyle O'Reilly. So, not a big surprise there, but I mean, this is kind of a big deal. You have the undisputed era without Roderick Strong. Come on, let's be honest. The undisputed era with Roderick Strong only happened because Bobby Fish got hurt. That is the only reason. Other than that, he would have never even been in the fucking group. So whatever, get the fuck over it. The original guys, the guys that were supposed to make the fucking group special, which they did, are in AEW. So they're the guys pretty much that started the whole thing. So it's a big deal. I'm curious how the storyline's going to be. I'm already seeing it's going to be Cole, it's going to be O'Reilly, it's going to be Fish versus the Elite at God, what's the March pay-per-view? I can't even fucking think right now. Michelob Ultra been fucking me up all night. So I guarantee you that's going to be the match that we're going to see. But yeah, I pretty shocked about that. Wasn't expecting it so soon. I thought they might hold off a little bit, but once Cole and Tony Khan said they had a huge announcement, whatever the fuck it was, whatever. We all knew what the fuck was going on. I mean, it was one of my biggest flaws with AEW. It's super predictable. Not a bad thing, not a great thing, but it's very predictable. You 9 times out of 10 know what the fuck's gonna happen. I sometimes I wish they would do something that wasn't so fucking predictable. And of course they did it because they want to get ratings. They want to get the ratings up because right now they're under a million rating, like under a million views, and they want to get that up. So they're like, oh well, we'll announce something big, even though you know what the fuck's gonna happen. It's kind of like when WWE did the whole, oh, Biggie's gonna cash in tonight. It's just I hate this shit, man. Quit being so goddamn predictable. But very excited about Kyle O'Reilly, the undisputed elite, whatever the fuck they're gonna call themselves in AEW. It's gonna be a big deal. So, let's look. Because be perfectly honest, I did not get to see the host show tonight. I saw parts of it, so we saw that match. What happened next? Let's see here. If the man can get his computer to work, which may not happen. Okay, well, it's not working. All right. Well, shit. All right. Okay, here we go. I think we got it to work now. Ruby Soho won her match against Nyla Rose to advance to the finals of the AEW TBS Championship tournament. Right call. I think it was definitely the right call. If we don't see Ruby Soho and Thunder Rosa in the finals, I'll be shocked. I mean, it's going to be some unpredictability from AEW. Imagine that. But and I don't want people to watch this and think I hate AEW. I'm a huge fan of AEW. My favorite show to watch, wrestling wise. I enjoy it the most, but very predictable. So I don't know. I really don't know what's going to happen. If it's not going to be Thunder Rosa and Ruby Soho, then it's not going to be fun. It's not going to be fun to watch. Nothing against Kate or I hope I'm saying her name right, but she's just doesn't intrigue me. I just don't care. I think that Ruby Soho needs to win this whole tournament. I really do. I think it needs to be her and Thunder Rosa. I think that Britt Baker should be the one to cost Thunder Rosa the match. Thunder Rosa gets the match with Britt Baker at the next pay-per-view, and Thunder Rosa becomes AEW Women's World Champion. That's my prediction. That's what needs to happen. I know the next match was Tyler Black. I'm a little too much of these. Alice fucked up again. Malachi Black versus Griff Garrison. It was what it was. Did what it needed to do. It got Malachi over, and there you go. I truly enjoy what they're doing with Malachi Black. Kind of see a split coming between Garrison and Pillman at some point. Something's up, which I think is a good thing. Nothing against Garrison. I think he's a decent worker. But I think they want to do big things with Pillman, so I could see them breaking them up pretty quick. I'm sure there was the Britt Baker Christmas extravaganza party thing going on. It was what it was. I did like the line of "you'll shoot your eye out" that Britt said at the end. That was pretty funny. Always entertaining. Britt Baker, I wouldn't say she's the best women's wrestler in the world by no means, but she is very, very entertaining, and people love her, and was enjoyable. From the things I saw, one of my big flaws with AEW, they rush through a lot of stuff. It's like they don't have enough room. They don't have enough time. They rush through everything. So, again, it was what it was. Then the main event, which the main event was great. I really enjoyed it. There was some mess ups here and there. Kind of felt bad for Punk in that hot comeback where he went to do the springboard and slid off, but he recovered. It could have went a lot worse, and he's good enough, he's smart enough where he just got off and went with it. And at first the crowd was like, "Oh shit," and then they rolled with the punches. And it was a great main event. Sting, again, looks fantastic. I mean, thinking that he's that old is insane. You just watch him, and and the thing is, let me take a swig real quick. The thing is, to me, and this is just me, I'm just going to throw it out there, but I think Sting looks better than Punk. I really do. I mean, there's some stuff Punk does, and I'm just like, sloppy. I mean, and Punk's always been a little sloppy in certain areas, and I'm not, again, I'm a Punk. I enjoy Punk. I'm a Punk fan, but there's just some things he does that just is like, what the fuck is he doing? But Sting just looks fantastic. Just fantastic. I mean, the guy did a fucking dive off the top rope. Off the top rope. Motherfucking Sting doing a dive off the top rope. I mean, how insane is that? But it was a long match. I mean, it was really long. I mean, it was a good maybe 25 minutes. If it wasn't 25 minutes, it was pretty close. I mean, it was really good. The dive Darby did where like FTR and MJF were like standing outside together, and he did that dive. It looked like, somebody's bowling and they fucking throw a bowling ball and knock down all these pins. That's what it looked like. It was It's pretty fucking sweet. Just everything they did. I mean, I enjoyed the psychology behind the slams. When FTR and MJF kept doing the slams, then eventually Darby hit that slam. I mean, just really good stuff. FTR, they are so good. I mean, tag team wise, one of the best tag teams in the world, but if those guys went singles, they'd be good. I mean, they're just both very talented guys. Everything they do is good. Everything they do looks legit. And that's one of the things I hate about wrestling nowadays, because there's a lot of times guys are just kind of sloppy and they don't give a shit. They're just like, I'm going to barely tap you. I'm going to barely touch you. And that's one of the biggest things, like the strikes. A lot of these guys with their strikes, it looks like shit. It really does. I mean, again, I'm not hating on Punk, but a lot of the strikes he does, it looks like shit. Daniel Bryan looks like he's murdering people. FTR, those guys, everything they fucking do looks legit, and that's why I love watching them. But yeah, anyway, I mean, there was so much in this match. There was Sting's dive, there's Darby's dive. There was a spot where Punk took the superflex from FTR, and the other member of FTR came off with the splash. Just phenomenal stuff. Just great stuff. I don't know FTR and, Darby and Sting are building towards a title match for the, AAA titles. I mean, I don't really know what's going on. I have no idea what's going on there. But good build towards Punk and MJF. I don't know how they keep that going until the pay-per-view, because the pay-per-view is not till March. So what do you do? What do you really do? Like, do you say fuck it and throw it on free TV? Do you do it at the Battle of the Belts, even though I don't think they would, because one, it's not a belt on the line, and two, the rumors are it's only an hour. Maybe it's been confirmed it's only an hour, which I don't know, but who knows what the fuck they might do. Thinking about it, honestly, they may book MJF versus CM Punk for fucking Rampage. And pardon the swearing. But it might be for Rampage, because that might get the ratings up a little bit, but the Rampage ratings have been pretty bad. It's been really bad. So who really knows? I really don't know. I am very intrigued to see when they're going to do that match. I'm really intrigued about the whole Undisputed Era, Undisputed Elite, whatever they're going to call themselves in AEW, and the whole storyline behind them and the Elite. And that's what it's building to, but maybe they'll do a swerve. Who knows? Who really knows? I mean, Red Dragon and Young Bucks, AEW, who doesn't want to fucking see that? Elite, Undisputed Era. I mean, think about that. Just think about that for a second. That's something people only thought about and dreamed about a couple years ago, and now it's like, this is fucking reality. This is going to fucking happen. And it's going to be phenomenal. It's going to be great. And I cannot wait for it. Really, that's really all I saw from the show, guys, because I just didn't see it all. I usually watch AEW every week. Don't always watch Rampage, but I'm one of those people. If I don't watch something, I always get online to see what happened. Like, even with WWE, I do the same thing. So, but that's pretty much everything I heard. I heard Jungle Boy did a promo or something, but other than that, main event was awesome. Kyle O'Reilly showing up, awesome. Nyla Rose and Ruby Soho, from what I saw, looked like they had a really good match. Glad Ruby Soho advanced to the finals. Hopefully she wins it all. But not too bad of a Dynamite, 3 days before Christmas, and they get the Rampage on Saturday, which is looking pretty good too. So what I'm going to do from now on is try to do a quick 10, 15-minute recap of each show during the week. Don't really know if I'll do Impact. I don't know. I don't know. We'll just see. We'll see what happens. But I'll try to watch Impact tomorrow. I'll do a quick recap and start doing more with this page and more with this podcast because I've had a lot going on. But yeah, what I think I'll do is maybe do like a Saturday night podcast recap of like everything and talk about everything and just do like recap shows during the week when I can. But if you're somebody that checks this out, thank you. My sound is messed up, my volume's messed up. Just let me know. I'll work on getting that fixed. But you guys take care, be safe. If I don't get back on before, Merry Christmas. God bless you all. Don't drink and drive. Drink at home, whatever. And everybody take care. Be safe. Peace.